live. We
We're
are live.
live.
What? Half an hour later?
Mate, seriously,
We
folks,
just had a really in-depth political conversation, and
we've been chatting
yeah, we talked about
politics
all
for the
kinds of
last
shit,
kind of
don't we?
25 minutes. But listen, let's get into the show. Guys, we're doing episode, let me make sure I get the right page, episode 356.
Don't say we're in the mix.
No, I was gonna say it's just 3 dicks.
Now, that is a new one.
It's a new one.
That is a brand
Emmanuel, do you know what?
new.
I was thinking in the mix. You're right. I was thinking it. I didn't want to say it, and then when he said it, I was like, no, say he wasn't going to say it. Say he wasn't going to say it.
Oh shit! So episode, folks, thank you for downloading episode 356, and we've got a couple of big movies that we're going to be speaking about later on. So so we're going to bring you a horror movie, and we're going to bring you a political thriller, edge of your seat stuff. So stick around for the next 45-50 minutes. We're going to bring those to you. Obviously, we're going to do movie news, trailers, streaming, and all that sort of stuff. And before we get into the main show, I just want to remind you, please leave us a review. The reviews help us with the algorithms and all that sort of stuff. And if you like what you're hearing, obviously, give us a big shout. And, you could be a big shout on this show. Talking of big shouts, Devaldo, let's get into it.
Yeah, so we've got 2 shout outs this week. First one is Hustle and Hills. So HHL UK, Hustle and Hills UK. It's a really great platform. 2 young ladies in the UK doing their thing, hustling in heels. What other ways there to hustle? So go check them out. Really great business women. Support them, and go check out their page. Really. So big shout out to them. Second shout out goes to Charlie Jai UK, another big platform. Does lots of events in the UK as well. Go check out those events. There's like mixers and events where you can meet professionals, industry people in media and other backgrounds as well. But 2 great platforms of people that are doing really good things in the UK. So please go check them out.
Yeah, and we had Charlie on the show like a while back.
Yes, a while back. Yeah, exactly. Which was a really good show. So check that out as well.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, okay, let's get into movie news. Now, there's a lot more of this stuff trickling through about Spider-Man. So we're seeing kind of photos and we're seeing, little things being written about it here and there. So tell us about this. So Spider-Man, we know it's going to be good. This is the 4th one in the franchise, by the way, in the Tom Holland one. Tell us about this. Tell us about the title and what can we look forward to?
Yeah, so with the new Spider-Man, brand new day is the title.
Yeah.
We basically there's rumors there's a lot of talk, not rumors, but there's been a lot of talk with first look of Mark Ruffalo's character, the Hulk, on set of the new Marvel Studios Spider-Man, Brand New Day. On set, there's a image circulating where he's on a stretcher, and it just basically has started conversations and discussion that something will happen in the movie that will make the Hulk transform into Banner and sustain an injury, because everyone's like, well, how can he be on a stretcher because he's got gamma radiation? He's not supposed to be injured, isn't it? So there's talk that basically something of that kind where it's going to make him turn back into Bruce Banner and be on this stretcher. So fans.
So like what he's like losing. So like he loses his gamma ray. He loses his power.
It could be that he loses his power, or he basically engages in a battle where something happens. I mean, or it could even be like, do you remember what was it? The battle where Hulk wasn't coming out, and Banner was like trying to get the Hulk out of him.
Oh yeah, Infinity War.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it could be even something like that where he just decided, nah, I'm not coming out. I'm not helping you out. Yeah, I'm not helping you out. But yeah, we also see there's also image of a first look of Michael Mandos, or Modos, who plays Scorpion since the Spider-Man Homecoming post
It's
credits.
the guy from Breaking Bad, isn't it?
Was he in Breaking Bad?
Or was it Better Call Saul? Yeah, he was in both. Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was in Breaking Bad, then Better Call Saul. He was like the
So
and then what about Sadie Sink? Now, because the rumors of this came out like last year or something, or 6 months ago, whatever it was. So tell us about Sadie Sink.
Yeah, she's been seen on set as well, but in a sort of like military outfit and garb. So fans are basically theorizing that she must be playing like a Punisher character, and one character character name that's been mentioned is Rachel Cole, and she was a character in the comics and a former Marine lieutenant. So on set, she's basically been captured with like red hair, in military uniform, but with her coat basically wrapped around her chest area.
Okay.
So it could be hiding the Punisher logo, which the character.
I think she would have made a really good Mary Jane as well.
Yes.
Originally. Yeah.
Do we know? Now, listen. Look, I know they've already done the kind of the 3 Spider-Men before, but what do you reckon? Do you reckon they could they bring back Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire again for this, or is that one just done and dusted? They shouldn't even do that again anymore.
No, I don't. Nothing's been said. Nothing's been rumored. It's just basically been like plot lines. Like Punisher will be on set.
Yeah.
There could be some, like a three-way battle where Punisher, the Hulk, and Spider-Man are like battling each other.
They battle each other. Then they become friends, and then they got to battle.
That classic trope. So
together.
You know what I mean?
But then people are like,
Deval, sorry, you're forgetting Punisher. What does he do?
Come on!
That's not going to be enough to be
hard walk.
Hulk, man, is it?
That's his walk, that proper hard walk.
And he does that look. He does that. So, listen, look, the last movie obviously was a smash hit for Sony and a huge hit for Disney as well, because they collaborated on that. It was like a massive, big movie, really great film. It'd be interesting to see where they take the new Spider-Man. How many more movies do you reckon Tom Holland's got left? Has he signed on for another 3?
I think it's 2. I think it's 2 that's happening that have been spoken about from what I've heard.
Okay, so this one, and then the Avengers movies that he's going to be in.
No, it's in like a solo Spider-Man film.
Okay.
I've heard. Yeah, so we'll see.
Right.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens. We'll keep you posted on that one. And obviously, as we hear more about the movie, we'll speak about it. Now, so tell us about the writers and scripts. Whose one is this one?
I'll put this on there. So this is something that this sounds crazy. When I first heard about it, I thought, what is this? So basically, there's a term called what's the term called again? Screen viewing. Yeah, the term is screen viewing, and I think that's the term anyway, pretty much. But basically, it's when like film studios and producers and writers, they make films and TV shows, mainly TV shows, where the story is so dumbed down and the main stars sort of describe what's happening. They're very they spoon feed you quite a lot, right. And this is done on purpose. I thought it was just. And you hear a lot of these critical reviewers on YouTube talking about how they're spoon feeding too much. That's something that's been done on purpose because of this. Because they realize that a lot of people are on their phone while they're watching films and TV shows. So people's attention, they don't have 100% anymore. No. They might have 60% of someone's attention. So they have to make the product as straightforward,
simple as possible.
Simple, so they can get it. That's what it is, and that's actually that's very sad. That's very sad.
I know.
I mean, that's a totally different kind of problem compared to the complexity of when they were talking about the Matrix and that people won't get it.
Look at society then, though. 1999, mobile phones were not. There was no social media. Well, no, there wasn't. Yeah, I don't know if AOL and MySpace was around then. I don't know, but it wasn't on your phone.
And it wasn't.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't on
Exactly.
your phone.
Yeah. So there's a different time. They had people's attention.
Huge.
Now
And
it's different.
it's so true though, right? Because when you watch a TV show now, you got the phone right there with you, and you're like, oh, let me just kind of browse, and then you look up, and then you do that. Imagine
but
doing
even
that.
though you get the notification to turn your phone off as well, though.
I know. Imagine doing that whilst watching a movie like. Do you remember Tenet, which came out like a couple of that
that's
movie?
last, mate.
That movie, you got to concentrate because there's so many weird things. Mate,
I have to watch it once. I have to go watch YouTube videos, come back and watch it again, and then watch YouTube videos, come back and watch it for the third time.
I needed a breakdown, man. So it's like, Jesus. So yeah, got to help these Gen Zers or these millennials or whatever they call now. But yeah, interesting point. And it makes sense. And I totally agree. Listen, let's move on to something else. I'm going to quickly speak about this. So we know that Gen V, that's just recently finished. If you haven't seen Gen V, if you've heard of Gen V, it's in the Boys universe, and it's kind of like the antidote to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and DC. So kind of the opposite of what they're trying to do. Gen V and the Boys, they kind of do that. Great shows. Go check them out. Now there's a spin-off news that I wanted to quickly speak about. Now this one, I didn't even realize this was happening. So there's going to be a spin-off, and it's going to be called, check this out, The Boys Mexico.
What?
Yes, check this out. So
mucho
loco. So it's like what you said, Val. You said like Gen V is kind of it's reaching to this point where there's going to be this convergence, right, between Gen V and the Boys, and then there's going to be a massive showdown that happens in season 5 of the Boys. So it's going to bring back characters from both seasons, but then from that, it's the final season of the Boys. There's going to be this spin-off called again, The Boys in Mexico. And check this out. It's produced by a couple of people that we know, Diego Luna and Gael. Yeah, so Gael Bernal Garcia. Sorry, you know it.
Moros Pedals. I know them
exactly.
guys.
So those guys are behind it. And all we know is that it's Mexico. So I guess what they want to try and do is, like how the Boys and Gen V, it's all kind of like America. It's like, white people, it's like their kind of issues. But let's hear about what's happening across the border, like with the Mexicans. And like, imagine being a soup, but in Mexico and having those types of powers. Like, what kind of issues does that bring up?
I mean, it's a good idea. But I just when you mentioned it, it just made me think of like CSI Miami when it turned into like all of those
mate,
New York.
There's a CSI Sydney, like to the point where it's like there's a Sydney one.
Are you serious?
Yes, I know. Terrible. So listen, so The Boys in Mexico, it takes place after The Boys season 5. So that season 5 is going to lay the groundwork, and then maybe, I don't know, we see some sort of connection or some lab. Imagine we kind of cut to some lab in Mexico where the workers are working on the actual Gen V, the drug, and then it gets out and someone steals it, and I don't know, some sort of something happens. I don't know.
I reckon they've probably seen from stats. Someone in the office has got the stats up, and they've seen massive viewing figures in the Latin America community. So that's why they're doing it. Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. So I wanted to put that on there, and I thought that was interesting. And finally, whether or not you find this interesting or not, I just thought, again, another reboot. But check this out. They're bringing back Prison Break. Now, as far as I'm aware, like the first 2 seasons, they were the best seasons. And then 3rd and 4th season kind of tailed off a bit. Then they came back for something else. And then it's been like about 10 years. But apparently they're bringing back a lot of the cast members. So Dominic Purcell's coming back. Wentworth Miller's coming back. Amaury Nolasco, who was the Latino guy in there, I think. Yeah, Sucre. And then Robert Nepper, Marshall, Olman, Sarah.
No Teabag, man. Teabag. I love Teabag.
And this is going to turn up on Hulu. So Hulu is Disney, isn't it?
Disney Plus,
yeah. It's the stuff that maybe is a bit too violent or not so kosher. they put on
So
Hulu.
kiddie friendly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're breaking out of prison. They're going to break in. What are they going to break now? What's going to
I mean,
happen?
what? Like, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I'm probably not going to watch it, but maybe some of our listeners out there might be interested in that. All right, let's move on. That's your movie news, folks. And remember, keep it low with the Flixters. We bring you more movie news every single week. Let's do streaming. So we've mentioned this before. A lot of documentaries on Netflix. They pretty much corner that market. I reckon they come up with some really decent documentaries and documentaries about serial killers and stuff. And they do kind of the live action versions of the real life stories as well. So this one, I'm assuming, is one of those, The Monster of Florence.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like you said, I think like everyone loves a true crime story. I mean, it's just intriguing. It's like truth is stranger than fiction. Well, this one is basically The Monster of Florence, which is on Netflix. It's a true story of a criminal, a serial killer, enigmatic, that terrified Italy for like 17 years. Where basically this guy went around killing young couples that were being, romantic or whatever in their cars or tents, and then getting their thing down.
Yeah.
And but the thing about this one is that he was captured but was never sentenced due to lack of evidence.
God.
So like for the entire 17 years, I mean, it's a whole unfolding about this killer, his kind of like life, the kind of things that he was into, and and it's basically 4 episodes, 60 minutes each, for this show.
I mean, every city's got their monster, right? Like, several monsters. This kind of makes sense. So this is a true life. This is the kind of the fictionalization of a true life crime.
Yeah.
I know someone has just moved to Florence actually as well, but I knew Florence as not the birthplace, but Galileo Galilei.
Yes.
He's the one. He's a scientist, astronomer, scientist,
ahead of his time.
Yeah, exactly, very much so. He's obviously charted the stars and had a lot of work with Jupiter and things like that. Some of the projects were named Galileo because of him. So Florence has always been a place of good architecture, good history, and now obviously there's a serial killer story that I had no idea about. So I'm definitely going to watch this.
Yeah,
because you don't really hear about serial killers outside of America, do you?
No. Yeah, it's always those guys where they have those monsters. All right, so that's on Netflix, and you said it's a 4. Did you say it was a 4-part or something? Or
4 episodes, 60 minutes each.
All right, brilliant. Yeah. And now the other one, this is interesting, and we briefly mentioned this before we started recording. This is The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Now, I remember the 90s movie starring Rebecca De Mornay, and there's a scene in that movie where she goes mental in a toilet cubicle. She's so enraged she just starts banging and smashing and like that because she's out for revenge, and she does it in such a way where she just takes down this woman. So are we along the similar lines?
Yeah, so basically this is a remake. From the trailer, it looks exactly the same, just modernized.
Right,
so it's a remake of like you said, 1992 original, which had the Annabella
Sciorra.
Rebecca
great.
and Matt.
I used to fancy her.
And this remake has a new cast, which it has Micah Monroe. She was in It Follows and Long Legs that you guys watched.
Oh yes, her.
And it's got Mary Elizabeth Weinstein or Winstein. She was from 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yes.
And Birds of Prey. And then you got Raul Costello, who was in Smile 2. Yeah, so this one, I'm going to watch it.
I might give this a go, actually.
And see what the comparison is. I'm hoping. I mean, nothing can beat the original, man. Yeah. Like, it's just... But it would be good to see how much horrifying this one is versus the original.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember there was the kind of in the 90s, those types of movies, there was a certain type of feel. Like, so we had The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. There was what was the one
Fatal
with Mike
Attraction.
Fatal Attraction? Like even that one. Like, you know, when just some when you see like a female character that goes
Yeah.
ballistic and crazy, there's something
Mm.
crazy weird about it. And in the 90s there was Single White Female. I remember there was another movie as well. Yeah, like, you know, there was this kind of it's almost like, you know,
Single
like
white female.
guys be aware, like, you know, the women are out to get us or something, you know.
Femme fatale.
Yeah, like, you know,
With the name, I just did the search. De Mornay, Rebecca De Mornay. De Mornay means dark.
oh,
It
there you
means
go.
gloomy. Like, and was she dark in this? Was she?
Man, she was crazy. She was
There
like,
you go.
she kind of
Whew.
snuck into the family, like she, you know, made sure she manipulated the husband just so
That
that she could
is
take down the wife.
Mornay.
Oh, there's this bit in the trailer where on the new one where she's by the cradle, and she says, "Oh, sometimes there's nothing you can do to you know, you try to avoid anything bad happening, but you can't."
Because she knows she's going to do bad, innit?
Yeah.
Exactly. She was in. Do you remember Risky Business? Tom Cruise.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Is that Risky Business? Is the one where was he dancing in short, like?
that's the one. And so he basically, Rebecca De Mornay, he pays for to spend a night with her, and then she ends up spending time with him, but then she cleans him out. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's good for 80s. It's 80s, like, you know,
They do
teen
that
movie.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, who's that singer who admitted that she does that?
Cardi B. You know?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh shit.
Be careful.
I guess she like it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, okay. So that's The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. That's on Disney Plus. Go check it out. Now the other one is on. Is this is one or is it two things?
No, there's two. So
Oh, there's two. So
yeah,
I've heard of one of these ones actually.
Yeah.
This is called This is on Amazon Prime as well. This is Lazarus, and this is Harlan Cobden. Now, if you don't know Harlan Cobden, he's this like massive, huge kind of writer. Almost like as if every 6 months he's always writing a book. And what they do is they turn his books into TV shows. And the one that I really liked and one that I can recommend is the one that's set in Spain, and it's called I think it's called The Innocent. And he's an American writer. He writes in English, but then Netflix kind of turns his books into like these TV shows. And that one, it was a Spanish one, really great, really good. It was, yeah. It's called The Innocent.
So is it like a Stephen King or like?
More kind of like a thriller, like the thriller, kind of like a whodunit, and there's always a twist at the end. Always a twist.
Yeah, so this one he's basically it's Lazarus. That's basically a 6-episode, 50 minutes each episode, starring Sam Clefin and Bill Nighy. Bill Nighy, he always plays like these characters, man.
He does, doesn't he? Weird, morbid, like, you know.
Yeah, morbid, or like, you know, was he in Underworld or something like that?
Yeah,
as well?
yeah.
The Lycans or whatever.
Yeah. I had one employment where I worked with his brother. His brother was one of the directors.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Check
And then
you.
it also stars Alexandra Roach as well. So this one is basically, it's a series, and it's after I'm only going to sort of like mention the trailer, but it's basically like after experiencing a like personal loss, Dr. Lazarus, you see him in the trailer. He's basically interviewing this like mental patient, and the mental patient, you know, basically says something that makes him wonder what's happening, because then there's a loss in his family, and he feels like it starts off from this mental patient, but then it basically keeps on, like he gets these disturbing experiences that he can't explain, and you know, it's basically like seeing dead people, so including his father. So
Oh gosh. And what's his name? The oldie he's a ghost, is he?
Bill Nighy. He becomes a ghost, but then he's like, there's loads of other characters in this trailer that you can see that he expresses that are dead. Like finds a dead body, and then he gets it. It's just it just seems like a madness, really.
It does. I saw the trailer for it as well. Yeah. Okay, so that's Lazarus. That's on Prime. Now, what's this one? Alan Iverson. Basketball player, right? Yeah.
Yeah, basketball player and former football player, apparently. So this one is basically a 3-episode documentary telling the story of this Alan Iverson, his career and personal history, and all of these people who've made it to the top, they haven't done it without there being
trials and tribulations and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Which it could. I mean, this would be like a hymn kind of thing, but I don't know.
He was a really good player, Alan Iverson. They used to call him the answer. That's what they called him. The answer.
He had an answer for everything.
Yes, exactly. He was the one that was. He wasn't even that tall. He was like 6'1" or something.
Yeah.
But he was like, he did much more than he should have been able to. So he was around with like Reggie Miller and like Shaq and them lot, and I think he played with Jordan for a little bit, but he wasn't. They weren't both at their peaks at the same time. So
right, gotcha.
Yeah, he was good. He was a good player. I remember Allen Iverson.
Yeah. So this one's
Philadelphia. I think he played for.
There was something in the news recently. They got someone from the NBA just got rumbled like for betting. Did you hear about this? It was a huge thing in America. Just happened like a day. Like a coach for an NBA team was involved in not match fixing but betting. Like
that's a bit illegal, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's totally illegal, and the FBI got involved, and it was a whole big sting. So what he was doing was I don't know what the name of the coach was, but he was basically making decisions on court,
that affected
the bets, and then he and other people would walk away with like hundreds of thousands, 100,000, 100,000.
And
I was like, that's going on like shit.
Crazy.
So go check that out. That's called Alan Iverson on Prime. Now let's get on to trailers. So we've got a few that we want to speak about, and
let's fly through these.
Let's get through these ones. Yeah. So this one is called Primate. So tell us about this one.
This one is a horror.
Doesn't sound good.
Like I don't know. Like whenever there's a primate being kept as a pet, and being seen as a family member, it doesn't go well, man. It's not going to go well. I mean, wasn't that the similar thing with Nope? Where there was a monkey or something.
True story. It's happened many times. Yeah.
So this one is a horror which happens similar way, but it's with like, I think in the trailer it's like 3 girls, and then they've got this primate, and then it belongs to one of the girls, and they have like a sleepover, turns bad, and yeah.
Doesn't look
good. Doesn't end good.
I think of the same studio that brought Megan and films like that. So it's one of them kind of films, But,
okay, all right. All right. So next up, we've got Invincible season 4. Again, like one of the best, like one of the good ones out. What can I say? Like, it's deep. It's got other themes. It's about superheroes, but it kind of goes way deeper than that. Kind of the relationships and father and son relationship as well. And what more do you want to add?
The trailer is another trailer where they're sitting down. I think they've done this before. They're sitting down in a cafe or something, a bar, having a chat, 2 characters, and they kind of sometimes they break the third wall as well. So it's just one of those conversations that I think we saw last time with the guy with one eye, and then Invincible. Just kind of teasing, I guess, what's going to happen next, really. So
yeah.
Okay. Last season, he had a battle with himself, wasn't he? Like multiverses of himself.
Yep. Go check that one out. When is that one coming out, by the way?
Next year. It's next year. I can't remember exactly when, but it's next year. I think it might be March or something like that. I think.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So go check that one out. That's Invincible season 1.
Someone needs to get you in Hollywood, man. Honestly, someone needs to get you on set. Someone needs to get you.
this guy. So that was Invincible season 4. Go check that out. Now listen, there's one that I want to we'll quickly mention this one. This is Daredevil Born Again season 2. Now I haven't seen this. I'm staying away from this. I haven't seen this.
Same. Deja vu, innit? Have you seen this trailer?
I've seen the trailer, and as far as
Come on now.
On the trailer, and as far as I can tell, is that there's no Iron Fist. There's no Iron Fist in this one. So, I don't know. It's not been confirmed, but I didn't like Iron Fist.
Yeah.
The previous
Game of Thrones.
Not many people did actually. Yeah, not many people did. They got to be Iron Fist. They should get the girl. What's her name again? Jessica Henwick.
Yeah.
Name.
Jessica Henwick was much better.
Name in the show, but she should have been Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Oh, shit! This is mad. So when's this hitting the screens?
Oh my god!
Next year probably. I don't know when. With Marvel, I just I don't really care that much anymore. Before, you used to ask me dates, and that I can tell you, bam.
Deval was the one to go to for like dates, because you know what, you'd have it there and like, that one's coming out, that's been moved, and this one's now it's like whatever. So this is isn't it? But isn't it a bit weird that they're giving us a teaser now and it's like not coming? Isn't this like way out? Or
because they got to try and keep us plugged in, innit?
Yeah,
keep us. Even Wonder Man was meant to be December. That's now January.
Oh gosh. Oh yes, and we spoke about that on last week's episode. All right, okay. So that's Daredevil Born Again season 2. Go check it out. And
I think that will be March 26th as well.
March 26th. Okay, fine. Now, finally on trailers, let's speak about this one. I haven't seen this, but this sounds interesting. This is Yanuni. Now, what is this?
Yanuni. Yanuni is
rude.
Pardon?
Sounds rude. Yeah,
it sounds rude, isn't it? But it's
not rude. Is it a horror film?
Well, nun is. Some people say the vagina is a nun. Some people call their vagina a nun, or their.
I've heard it called a uni.
Oh, uni, yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
But he's learning.
Wow, shit. Let me
like he doesn't
start calling it.
You know what I mean? Right.
Hey,
But Unini is
down.
It's a documentary actually produced by Leonardo DiCaprio, and it is of the I'm not sure how to best describe, but the indigenous people in Brazil, and about them fighting for their land. Fighting for their rights, fighting for their freedoms, all that sort of thing. I'm not going to go into it in any massive detail because this is the sort of thing you need to watch yourself and understand. It looks like it might already be out or coming out soon, but I'll just really quickly say, watching this trailer, it reminds me so much of Avatar.
Right.
This looks like a real life Avatar. They are indigenous people. They've got all their sort of dress and all that sort of thing. And it's like with Avatar, how they are, and they're trying to keep their land, and then you've got the sort of military and the governments trying to take over their land. This is no different. So if we're rooting for Avatar, we should be rooting for Yanuni. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Technically. So yeah, go check it out.
Yeah, interesting. And I think it's going to get a lot of... Sorry, go on, Daniel.
Just looked it up, and I think it was released in August 2024.
Okay, yeah, it's out already, I think, yeah.
And people will get their eyes on this because why? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Exactly. His name comes up first. It says produced by. So
there you go. All right, okay. Let's move on. Go check those movies out, folks. And if you see the trailers, let us know. Hit us up. Let us know if you see them. Right, let's do anniversary corner. So we've pulled one out, a classic one actually, from 2005. This kind of fits in with one of the movies that we're going to be speaking about very, very shortly. this movie, I remember watching this in cinema. David Fincher directed, Brad Pitt starring, and Morgan Freeman. And you know what, man? This is great. This is one of those procedural crime dramas trying to find a serial killer who's taunting, the detectives and taunting the police department, and based on, so it's quite gory, kind of gothic, based on the seven sins. So very biblical.
7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
This film, 30 years ago, it's just this film is one of my best horror films,
Yeah,
to
it's
be
great.
honest. Yeah, it's literally the way it was filmed, the acting, the way it's always dreary and raining. It's just this film, and the person that did the killings and the killer, how they're so methodical and how they planned everything out, and it's just, and the 7 deadly sins, because each murder it reflected the 7 deadly sins. So you had lust, gluttony,
Oh man, that was a bad one.
and greed, not in the sort of substance food perspective, but greed like money and possessions. Sloth.
Oh gosh.
Sloth. We had wrath.
Yeah.
We had envy. Was it pride? Was pride the one where she had to cut her face, or they cut her face or something like that because she was a model or something like that? I can't remember. It's just, and I think one of them, obviously if you haven't seen, we're going to spoil it, but one of the 7 deadly sins had to be perpetrated by the detectives because he had to react in a certain way.
Yes.
That was wrath, and he had to do something
for it
to be complete. And Kevin Spacey, say what you want about him, but the man can act.
Yeah, he was great in this, and the way just that smugness, the way he comes into the
police station.
The police station, like he's just like, here I am.
His hands bleeding because I think he walks in and no one notices him. They're also busy. My man's got blood on his hands. Remember, he cut off his fingerprints, innit?
To not leave any clues.
Detectives, and they all look and they're like, and they're all hustling. It's a wicked film. That film there will stand the test of time.
I know, it's a great one. And then I think you should watch it. If you're going to watch 7, watch it as a companion piece with Zodiac, because it's David Fincher again. Because again, that's like serial killer based on kind of like a true story as well. Yeah. So that's the movie that we've gone for on Anniversary Corner. And that leads us into this next movie that we're going to be speaking about. So this is a new release. This is called Strange Harvest. So keeping it with the theme of a serial killer and kind of this gothic vibe and this kind of supernaturally vibe going along with it. So we so this came up on our in our inbox, didn't it, Deval, originally first? And I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I, read a few things about it, and we get sent obviously stuff to review and everything. I thought, okay, let's give this one a go. So this popped up, and I didn't really get the whole thing at first. I thought, because I didn't know anything about it, and popped it on. I thought, oh my god, like this is a real life case. This is something that happened. And as you watch the movie or when you read about the movie, they kind of play on this trope. The makers of the movie are playing this trope. Why? There's a proliferation of true crime. Like, Emmanuel, you mentioned that. You said true crime is so popular at the moment. We want to know about Ed Gein. We want to know about Jeffrey Dahmer. We want to know about all these different serial killers and about how they did it. And this movie kind of takes an interesting stance. It's kind of filmed in a faux documentary focusing on a serial killer called Mr. Shiny, which I thought was actually really creepy, Mr. Shiny. The only thing that I thought was a bit weird was his mask. It reminded me of like a potato mask.
So, yeah.
That's the only thing, like, but it's got everything that you'd want in a kind of this police procedural, like documentary thing, like trying to track the serial killer. There's some sort of religious kind of thing going on over there. And what did you guys make of it?
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting, and the thing is, it took me a little while to realize that the case is this whole thing wasn't real.
Yeah.
The whole thing wasn't real, and when I first saw it, I thought it would have been real.
Yes.
And I thought, oh, they can't, because they're showing graphic images of crime scenes, and I thought, nah, that can't be real. And the way they showed it, I thought, wow, maybe we're getting a back seat. You know, we're getting to see everything. But obviously, it's not real. But it's filmed and it's expressed as if it were real. It's like a documentary style, like you say. You got the detectives who were leading the case, talking about the particulars of the case and stuff like that. And a lot of the details and how they present it seems like it could actually happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is obviously this happens in America in Bernardo or something in
Yes.
America, some sunny
yeah.
part of California. And this killer is ritualistically killing people and desecrating their bodies. You know, talking about adults and children as well.
Yeah.
And what he's doing is causing mass fear in society. They can't catch him. He's acting like the Zodiac killer, and he's writing letters to the police. All the hallmarks of things we've seen in the past happen in real life.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if some people watch this and they think this is 100% real.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be afraid of any copycat, because that opening scene was like,
yeah,
similar with the both of you. I was just like, is this for real? That opening scene was horrific, and I was like, nah, they can't be showing it like explicit like this.
I know.
And then the cops, when they came when they sat down and
they do the sit down, they got all of that like a proper documentary.
Yeah, and then I was just like, okay, it feels 50-50. I'm not too sure on the early parts, but the bit where it kind of like fell for me was when the cops were saying that they literally walked past the killer, and it was that camera footage, and I was like, no, like.
So until then, did you think it was real? Is that what you're saying, or?
It was like, I'm not too sure, but it does feel a bit fake in some parts, but there's other parts that felt real.
Yeah. And what let it down for me were the special effects a little bit. The special effects were just kind of like a little bit kind of like, oh yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe I'm so used to seeing like, you know,
which one was it?
Like there was one like even the beginning bit where the kind of the legs were in there, and there was just something, they looked a bit rubbery. Things just looked like kind of like a little bit rubbery for me. But on the whole, I mean, I read this one review where someone gave it like 4 out of 5 stars. I don't know if I would give it 4 out of 5 stars, but it's definitely kind of like
it a 6. I think I gave it a 6, even though I know it wasn't. And it's like I sort of figured out towards some part of it that it wasn't, but I did appreciate the lengths at which they went to try and make it authentic. All the news reports, all the sort of the victims, families and friends that were speaking as well, some of the photos. Remember, this is all, and remember this, because I do watch a lot of true crime as well. So I thought to myself, as I was watching, I thought, damn, I haven't heard of this. I haven't heard of this case. Because I would have heard of this case, because this is like Richard Ramirez. This is like, you know, the Bundys. This is like, who else? All those serial killers.
I've got a bookshelf where it's indexed.
Exactly. You know, so this, and the fact that he used these ritualistic images, and it turned out that these images were linked to a rare sort
like
of planetary alignment. Of I think
Jupiter, 800 years.
809 years. Jupiter, I think Saturn and Mercury. Mercury obviously is way far from the other 2 planets, but something aligns every so often where they come into a triangular space, and you know it all felt like it could happen. The director of this film actually is someone called Stuart Ortiz, and he directed in 2014 a film called Extraterrestrial, which deals in aliens and, you know, space, not space, but aliens coming to Earth and, you know, messing around with people and stuff like that. That film was actually really good. And it's kind of a gritty version of an alien film. It also had Michael Ironside in it.
Oh,
if you remember Michael Ironside, Ironside was in Total Recall. Thank you. When you see him and who's the other guy, Bishop, their faces from the 80s, it's like when they're in a film, you know, it's
iconic.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a really interesting film, Extraterrestrial. Very gritty, like not bright, very dark, and I can kind of see where this director's going with their style of filmmaking and making things hard hitting and gruesome and all that sort of thing. So I kind of did appreciate this, even though obviously it's not real, but it could be. Do you know what I mean? It said also 100%. That in America at any one time, 150 serial killers could be
that was
operating.
at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a true statement. Because being a serial killer doesn't mean you have to be on the Ted Bundy level, the
No.
Jeremy
Otherwise you've killed more than
Dahmer
one
level,
person.
exactly, over a specific amount of time. Otherwise, if it's within the same day, it's classified as a mass murder or a spree killing.
Yes.
But serial killing is different locations over a different prolonged period of time.
Period.
And America, we've seen that up to this day, people have done stuff like that. So yeah, really interesting, man.
It's mad. Yeah, and I think our fascination, like society's fascination with kind of those stories, I think it's just going to keep going. You know, it's just
Why do you think that is? What's wrong with us? Because really and truly, when you think about it, people have died in some of the most gruesome ways. Yeah, but why are we fascinated with
the details,
the killings, the details, the people that committed the crimes? Because many times we don't know the victims' names, which is sad, but we know the serial killers' names, and they live on.
Yes,
the victims are often forgotten, which is a sad thing.
But I think that might be because I think the reason why we are intrigued is because it's almost like, thank God it's not me.
Yeah.
Like that happened to that person.
Do you reckon?
And it's good for me to know how it happened, but geez, if it happened to me, I don't want to. I don't want that.
Yeah, the thing that gets me, the thing that kind of makes my blood boil, or I think, is these serial killers, they start getting fans.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
Bundy had lots of fans.
Variety and
like
Jeffrey Dahmer had
Richard
lots
Ramirez,
of fans.
sending him underwear, sending him dirty knickers.
Satanic killer. He done stuff like this. He put the pentagram and stuff on the wall in blood.
Like
disgusting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is it? So obviously the perpetrator there's something wrong with the perpetrator, but then the person who thinks this is amazing and I love this person, it's like what?
Idolizes them. Michael, what's his name? What's the guy's name?
What?
Michael, that had the swastika on his head. He was in prison. Was his name Michael? Michael Mason. Michael, you know his name. America prison, big shaggy hair, had all the girls following him, Rodeo Drive and all that. What was his name?
Oh, Michael Manson.
Michael Manson, yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
The
Manson.
The whole following, right? Exactly.
Yeah, mad, crazy.
But I think it's worth a watch. I would. This is coming out in digital. This is out in digital download on the 27th of October.
Yes.
I think here in the UK, and I think sort of nationally, it's out on the 29th of October. So this is one perfect for Halloween. Something a bit different.
Yeah.
Forget that we said it's not real. Maybe we shouldn't have said that, but it is worth a watch, I reckon. So yeah,
absolutely.
I reckon go for it.
And I want to give a big, huge shout out to Strike Media for obviously letting us review it and everything. So huge shout out to Strike Media, and go check out the movie. Now let's move on. I want to speak about this one. I want to give this decent amount of time. Not obviously try and get into the spoilers because there's a lot of stuff going on in this movie. This is called The House of Dynamite. This is just been released on Netflix. This came out on the weekend, and I think a couple of weeks ago it had like a theatrical release. So directed by Catherine Bigelow. She's the first female Oscar winner. First female
director.
Yes, director, and she won it for The Hurt Locker. She's been director of Zero Dark 30. I remember even back in
military, doesn't she? She likes a bit of military stuff.
I know. Yeah. There's this kind of political thrillers. I remember a movie she did back in the 80s called Near Dark, which is a vampire movie, which was really good as well. Okay. 80s movie. So really great film director. She doesn't make a lot of movies, if you think about it. Zero Dark 30, that was the events leading up to the capture and killing of, or just the killing of Osama bin Laden. So she kind of, focused on these kind of political things. And this movie, before I get into it, let's just go through the cast list. Idris Elba, Rebecca Ferguson, Gabrielle Basso, who we've just seen recently in The Night Agent, Jared Harris, who we've seen in Foundation. He's been in a lot of other stuff. Tracy Letts, I've seen him in others. Anthony Ramos, we saw in Transformers. Was it Transformers?
He's up. He's very, he's past up and coming. He's actually, he's good. Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
And just very recently in Marvel's Ironheart. It was in that. Moses Ingram, she was badass. Greta Lee, she's been in a few things. Jason Clarke, Australian actor as well. So you've got a whole host of these actors. And
Idris,
Idris playing
the president.
playing the president.
I got to say, that kind of threw me off a
Like the
little bit.
second time we've
What
seen it.
threw me off was him just dropping the F-bombs. I just kind of like, but then I just thought, in this day and age, maybe,
POTUS.
yeah, you're getting a POTUS who's kind of like, just winging it sometimes and doesn't give a shit.
Man.
So this movie focuses on an event, so a nuclear event, a nuclear bomb or warhead being released and targeting the United States of America. And importantly, it focuses on 18 minutes because 18 minutes is the window. I wrote this down somewhere, is the amount of time that it would actually take for it to reach the United States.
Oh yes, okay, yeah.
And that's in each segment of the movie or in each perspective, they focus on those 18 minutes. And did you notice they did something similar to Christopher Nolan did in Dunkirk? They look at one event, but they're looking at it from kind of like different perspectives. So they're kind of playing around with the timing. They're looking at it from, Rebecca Ferguson's point of view first. And then we're looking at it from Gabriel Basso's point of view, Idris Elba's point of view. So we're looking at all these different events. And so Catherine Bigelow, she's asking us the question, like, what would happen if an enemy state, we don't know who the enemy state is, releases a nuclear weapon, what would the reaction be? Like, and here it's focusing on the United States. What decision would POTUS make? And the movie plays out in that. And, you got all these characters, all these different moving parts. I thought it was edge of your seat. I thought, it's been a while since I've seen a movie like this. And, great actors. The only thing I've got to say, for me, the weak point was Rebecca Ferguson.
She wasn't herself, was she?
No.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's almost like a wasted character because I see her as a bit of a meatier character.
Yeah.
But you're right.
I just kind of, I was like, and maybe even the way that she played it or something, I just thought, I don't know, there was just something about that. And, we had like in Zero Dark 30, we had Jessica Chastain. She really kind of led that movie. She was the brains behind it of finding Osama bin Laden. She was leading all the men around her. And in this way, and you still got some strong female characters in this as well. Like, don't get me wrong. But, I just, something about that. But
do you think it's because of the way the film was chopped up and the different perspectives that it didn't allow for anyone to really sort of run the mic too much and
good point.
Be the lead? Maybe, possibly, it might have something to do with that.
Yeah.
But either way, I still think there's something. I don't know. But maybe, do you know what? Actually, I was going to say, because in this whole film, I think this film could happen.
Yes.
Yeah. This situation where someone launches a bomb, no one knows where it's come from. Other leading nations who otherwise would be seen as enemies, they're contacting them to say they're not responsible. This person's not responsible, but do you trust what they say? It's like it all comes down to trust.
Yeah.
They don't trust each other, and it's like this is something. Sometimes they can't get them on the phone. This thing's coming in 18 minutes. Answer the phone. Little things like that, and then bit by bit, you see the people who are these high-ranking officers slowly, their rank and their superiority and seniority sort of shreds away,
diminishes,
and the human part comes out. They start bringing their family. They start to be themselves because they start looking at pictures of people they love and stuff like that. And then you get to see the real people behind the scenes because they see time ticking away, understanding that either them or their loved ones are going to suffer. People that are outside of this sheltered environment they're in are going to suffer. And I think that was interesting to see as well, the dynamic of how people turn into humans in times of distress.
I think what was consistent was the messaging. So when they contacted their loved ones, they never made them worry. They were like, it was just purely just to be able to hear.
The guy calls his mum.
Yeah.
He calls his mum. He calls his mum. He doesn't say, "Mum, get out of there." He's just like, "Oh, I just want to say, just say I love you." Like, that type of thing.
Why as well? I think it's because they know
there's nothing. You can't
Chicago, because I think there's things coming to Chicago, and the blast radius is like you can run, but you just might as well stay put and let it hit you better.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
like 10 million people, and then the fallout after that is kind of like, obviously even more. She's got a lot, or the movie received some criticism. I was reading about this, and I don't agree with this criticism. The criticism level at the movie is it ends on we don't know kind of like who was involved, and we don't know kind of like what's what. And for me, I love the ambiguity, because we don't know. Like it's up to, we have to decide, like, it's almost like it's on you guys to figure out.
I don't think that was the point, though. I don't think it was. I don't think that was the point to how it was supposed to end. I think how it ended was perfect, because the message, like you said, it was seeing these people in like these positions and rankings faced with this situation, and it was like everyone was kind of like in the same boat, but they all it was showing their different reactions, and so there wasn't supposed to be like a conclusion, because the conclusion, we already know what the conclusion is, but it's not about pointing the finger on who fired the missile. It's basically, the drama was, like Duval said, the leaders are basically having this discussion, the interaction, trying to, it's a scenario that no one actually ever wanted. Idris Elba said it towards the end of the movie, like, all of this preparation is basically just so then it never happens. But when it does happen, everyone just basically becomes human, and it's just
everyone is kind of like reduced to their base kind of, this is how we react. So I mean, obviously people will ask, so what do you think POTUS, the decision, like, would they then retire? Because remember, this is just Chicago, and obviously you've got that death and destruction over there, and POTUS is off somewhere else, because obviously that's what they do in an emergency. Would he then like retaliate?
That's the question. This could start World War III, because the question is, retaliate to who? They think it's Russia, China, North Korea, the sort of usual suspects. So he has to retaliate to all, or whichever one they believe is most guilty.
Well, I mean, and
that's going to cause retaliation back again. Someone did it.
Someone fired it.
Oh, do you know what? Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
Someone fired it. It's just like the that guy Bennington was saying, that he believed the Russian, but I think everyone doesn't want the retaliation to happen, because they know that it's just going to end up being worse. So everyone's basically trying to calm the situation down, where in documented, it's basically like, we don't negotiate with hostages,
with terrorists.
I wonder if remember, because Mission Impossible, this kind of reminded me of that a little bit. With Mission Impossible, the enemy was AI. Or some sort of like someone pulling the strings and making it look like it's coming from somewhere else or whatever. I wonder if this could have been that. It could have come from an American source. So you just never know.
You just never know. And also the thing that got me was, like, obviously America, the biggest military, like, in the world, and they've got all this money, but they were unable to deal with the threat. And I was just like, holy shit.
The guy said, $50 billion it cost them. We can't even
like, exactly. Like, so it's just kind of like one of those types of things. So if and let's not forget, guys, countries around the world, they do these doomsday scenarios. Like the UK does it, America does it a lot. They like, okay, what about if we got attacked by Russia and submarine and this and that? So they have these scenarios planned out, but what in real, when it happens for real, there's one bit in the movie which I really liked. So one of the guys, Rebecca Ferguson's character, she says, "Oh, get my phone and get your phone as well." He goes out, he opens up the locker thing, and he's on the phone. And then there's another guy who's working there, and he's looking around, and he says, "Like, what's going on?" He just looks at him, and he says, "Like, he goes, like, what should I do?" He goes, "Just go home." And I was just like, look, and the way he just looked at him.
Be with your loved ones, innit? Don't waste your time here.
Exactly. Go home. be with your loved ones, say goodbye, whatever, because this is end of the world scenario type of thing.
Sure.
You know?
But yeah, good film. I think Netflix has done all right with this one. It's interesting. It's just under 2 hours. And again, if you don't like open conclusions, don't watch it. It's going to piss you off. If you don't mind it, if you don't mind like an extended episode of Black Mirror or something like that, then this is for you, I think.
I think that for those who don't like, what is it, like what you said about conclusions or whatever, I think change more like pivot your mind to the actual what's going on in the film rather than pointing the finger on who fired the missile. But yeah, it will wind up someone who just needs to have a conclusion.
Like a conclusion, like they want to figure out, oh, so who was it? Was it North Korea? Was it Russia? Was it China? You know, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, yeah.
I don't think that was the point of it, though.
Yeah, at the moment, it's got 7.3 on IMDb. So pretty high. It's written by this guy called Noah Oppenheim, and he was a journalist. So I think he brings this kind of realism, and he kind of brings some
sort of
name,
Oppenheim. Exactly. Talking about bombs and all that. What a name.
Absolutely. And you know, I just kind of, you know, I thought it was a real good political thriller. You know, like I said before, you know, this would have been really good to watch in cinema as well. But you know, fine, it was on Netflix and everything like that, which I thought was great. I think they've allowed it to be a cinema release as well, so it will get a nomination. I reckon it will get a nomination for something.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You know what? I don't think there should be a part 2. If it does well, I just don't feel. I think they should like postpone or delay a part 2 because I think that would spoil it if
part 2 is Civil War, isn't it? What we saw with that film, pretty much.
Part 2
is being done.
But yeah, so listen, look, if you haven't seen the movie, go check it out. It's recommended, and let us know what you think. You know, tweet us, text us, whatever you want to do. Let us know what you thought about it. All right, that is the end of the show, folks.
So next week, what do we have next week then? What's going on next week?
Oh, we've got a few.
Oh, Shelby Oates is out soon. I think that's next week.
When is that out?
That's out soon. Yeah, you're right. I think that's November. I think that one.
Okay.
That one's November. And we still got. There's still a couple of films that I'm not sure if anyone's going to see, but the one with Julia Roberts in it and stuff. What's that one called again? The one with Julia Roberts and Spider-Man.
Yes.
Garfield.
After the Hunt.
After the Hunt, that's it. After the Hunt. That one looks kind of interesting. We've got Begonia with Emma Thomas.
Yes.
That's interesting one.
Yep.
Keeper, that's out in mid-November, actually. That's after Badlands. Keeper's the horror film.
Yeah.
Which I won't be seeing.
I'm still waiting, Deval, man. You got to watch. You got to see Good Boy.
We're going to do, I think, Good Boy. I think we may be reviewing that. Possibly, if Zakharov can see it next week, we'll see it next week. Otherwise, we'll have to do the week after. But we definitely want to get him on to review that.
Yeah.
Did you mention Good Fortune already?
Good Fortune, we mentioned that last week, I think. Yeah, that's out. The Keanu Reeves one, isn't it?
That's out. That one I want to watch.
There's a few.
There's a few coming up, and obviously, what about this one, Kiss of the Spider Woman? I might
Jennifer Lopez, is it? Or, yeah, I'm dodging that. I've seen the trailer. I don't really fancy it.
Yeah, I know.
To be honest.
Oh, 6th of November.
Vicious what?
Oh, Vicious. Yeah, that's on Paramount. That's out already.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Watch it though if you want. I ain't.
So the 6th of November. When's the 6th of November? That's Badlands.
Yeah, that's the week after next.
All right, so we've got a couple of weeks for that one. All right, yeah. So we've got a full couple of weeks, and there's going to be something on streaming anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be coming out. So keep it locked with the Flixters, folks. We hope you enjoyed the show. Remember, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, peace out.